Hello everybody, welcome to the next video from Pure Pens TV. Today I'm going to show you a new range of pens from a manufacturer that we've had on the website for a number of years now. If you know the history of this brand, here's the logo, you can see it. They changed their name from Nahvalur to Nahvalur. On the pronunciation of that, I've been corrected in the past and told that the new spelling, you actually pronounce it the same way as it was spelled before, Nahvalur. Here's the new logo anyway, which is a more smoothed version, and this is the Horizon model. So we got told about this new model relatively close to the release. Pictures looked really good, so we ordered some in. When they arrived and I first unboxed it, I was quite impressed actually with what the finish of these pens and how the colours looked. So this is the gift box that it comes in. So I wanted to do a video which showed the colours, because as good as the images are, I'm not sure that they show off the pens as well as they look in real life, because they really do look really good. So inside the box you've got a little card which has got the instructions on it for how to refill the pen, what to do, what not to do, and then this is where you'd have the guarantee information, so you can pause that on the video if you want to read any of that. There's not that much information on it. So here is the first model I'm going to show you. The other three colours, so there's four, the other three colours that I've already opened I'll put into shot in a moment. So this is the dusk colour. So in the lid you can see that you've got orange, yellow, you've got a little bit of blue then which is coming through from the barrel. So we've got different shades of blue, sort of a steely blue, like a teal maybe, into a really bright vivid royal blue, and then you've got some pink there too, gold trim, and then if I do this you can see you've got the Nahvalur logo on there. You've then got these ocean swirl designs, and the end of the cap is also undulating back and forth to look like waves. And then you've got your ink view window underneath it, which I'll show you in a moment. So the end is polished, just a polished dome, and then you've got pocket clip there, which is quite stiff, so it'll hold well in your pocket. And then you've got a filler knob here with a gold band between it. So if I take the lid off, you'll see the grip section matches the barrel of the pen, and the ink view window is, I'm going to say square, if that's the right term. It's not wavy, so the lid is what makes it look wavy when it's on. So the nib then matches the trim colour of the pen, so it's a steel nib, but this one is then gold plated to match the trim on the pen. You've got the logo in the middle, and then the little flourishes of engraving down both sides, up to the collars, up to the shoulders, beg your pardon, and then either side of the breather hole and slits. So you've got a screw thread there, which is what holds the lid on, rather than sort of being down here, which is quite good because most people hold here, and you've then got, although you've got a little step up in the barrel, it's quite smooth, which is quite good. Excuse my inky fingers, I know that comes with the territory. So gold band there then as well. So lid screws back on, and then you've got part of the ink view window obscured, but you've got this wavy pattern, cigar shape, both ends. So I'm hoping that this is coming across underneath the light ring to show how vivid these colours are. You also have a bit of a metallic finish in it as well, so it's a little bit glittery, a little bit shimmery. I think it looks brilliant. So there's the first colour, which as I said is dusk. Then the next one that I've got here is Aurora. So this one is grey, different shades of grey, and you've now got silver coloured trim. So it's sort of shiny, polished. Grip section the same again to match. Ink view window the same. So the same design, you've just got different colour barrel material and also then different colour trim. So I guess it's going to come down to your personal preference about which one of the colours you prefer. I guess this one is probably the most muted, the most similar to just a standard black chrome trim pen, but great quality, feel, look, finish in this material. So there's that one. Then the next one we've got is Twilight. So these are all named after the idea being different times of day reflecting on the horizon of the sea, so which is why you've got this wavy pattern there. It's all sea based because of the name of the company. So on this you've got sort of a bottle green colour, there's some slightly brighter greens in there, and then you've got quite a pale green almost into a creamy white. Loads and loads of variation and colour, and then you've got pretty much a black coloured trim, so still steel and then plated in black. They're all going to be ever so slightly different because of the nature of how the material works. So that's Twilight, and then the final one is probably the brightest. This one then is Dawn. So we've got orange. You can just imagine looking at the colour of this, the sky over the sea when the weather's right, with that orange colour, and the sea then being this almost tropical Caribbean looking turquoise blue, glittery with the sun shimmering on it. You've got the wave, you can imagine the wave patterns in that because of how the swirls work, and then this is the sky above it as the sun's rising. So on this one, I don't know how easy it is to see here, but this trim is a slightly different shade of gold. Probably isn't, I don't know whether they describe it as rose gold, it's probably not the rosiest gold, but it is definitely different to the gold of this one. It's almost like a halfway between gold and rose gold, I would say. So those are the 4 patterns. As I said, I hope they're coming across. The colours, the vibrancy of the colours is coming across in this video. And you can see the theme, the idea that they were going for by picking these colours. So I have done a nib width comparison, which I've done in anticipation, out of shot. Steel nibs, all of these. We generally stock them with fine, medium, broad. So this is what I've done the samples for, and I've done them actually on different models of Nahvalurs that I've got. So the nibs will be the same. I'm just going to move the pens out at the back of the shot so I can put this down. The nibs will be the same as they are on other models. So actually these handwriting samples are done with some of my other pens that actually are just here. So this was an American, I think an American limited edition based on the Nautilus. So that's the fine nib, which is at the top. You can see that actually it's a similar material. So that's that one. So these are the nib width comparisons, all written with diamine ink. So there's not a huge amount of variation between the nib widths, but you can see that there is a different size depending on which one you wanted to go for. Quite large pens. I've got a trusty Lamy Alstar here so that you can see what the size difference is like. So you can see that it's longer, bigger in diameter. Yeah, I'm impressed with these. Hope that's come across in the video. We sell lots of different makes of pens. I'm quite impressed with all of the Nahvalur range, and these ones are striking. They're going to be conversation starters. If you've got one of these and you take it out of your pocket, somebody's going to say, wow, what type of pen is that and where'd you get it from? Which maybe you're not going to get with some more understated pens. But if you like the design and the theme, but you wanted one that wasn't quite as bright, they do have you covered with this type of model, which again, I don't know, I'd find it difficult to choose which one I think looks the best, because they've all got advantages. I was just about getting ready to wrap up and I forgot a couple of things, so I've just added this bit in. I filled this pen up with ink now, so you can see what the ink view window looks like with some ink in it. So you're obviously obscured in the centre where you've got the ink, but you do have these two little edge strips that are transparent because of the nature of how that looks. And secondly then was posting. Some of the other models, like the Tiger Voyage Nautilus model that I showed you, doesn't post because of the shape of the barrel, but this one does, and it posts quite well, fits on there very securely, so that will post. I said about the ink view window, I didn't mention actually, I said this is a filler knob, but I didn't say that this is a piston filling mechanism inside the barrel. So you turn the filler knob there anti-clockwise, and when you do so you move a plunger inside the barrel of the pen towards the nib, submerge your nib in your bottle of ink, and then turn that back clockwise, and that then moves the piston back down towards the end and fills it with ink. So I forgot to mention that. I know some of the models are vacuum fillers, this one isn't, this is a piston filler. Thanks very much for watching. If you did like this, please do give it a thumbs up, and feel free to also subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, you can click the bell icon too, and that will then give you notifications every time we upload a video. We don't do that often. It's when we can find the time, really, amongst packing up orders, to make some videos, but I hope that when we do, you find them useful. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.